And before we proceed with this press conference, I would like to do for you recognition of youth leaders. In extension, I would like to recognize the 17th electoral district us who are here present, I would also like to recognize the ground forces, the regular intellectual militants, and permit me now to zoom in the man who is responsible to mobilize the young forces across the country for the Mountain Congress of Democratic Change. Is no one else but leader Charles Bobby Morris, Vice Chair for Mobilization and Recruitment Revolutionary National Youth. I would also like to take this time to zoom in a powerful revolutionary figure, the man who was charged with the responsibility to taking on reactionary forces in electoral district number 10, who is the current vice chair of inter-party affairs, is no other person but the Geyser Abba Davis. So quickly, the Youth League will be speaking on 3 cardinal issues, beginning with a reckless, backroom statement made by a childish Kingdom Valley Vice President in Heaventon Boyo Okanayo Jeremiah Kun.
Down, Boyo Kun, down.
The Youth League, in few days, John Rents. Boo, Boyo Kun, boo. The Youth League, in few days, John Rents with motorcyclists to agitate for their right. We will also be throwing light on that process. And lastly, our Bureau of Intelligence has informed us that the KPAN reckless nature in somebody who is purported to be the president of Liberia is threatening and has already made a decision to cancel the free tuition and free wise payment that was done by President George Manuel. The UV is going to address that. So against that backdrop, we are not the official spokespersons. So I would like to zoom in the man who is charged with the responsibility to introduce and welcome to this podium the official messenger of today. He's no other person but a tiring scholar, a mathematician par excellence, the vice chair of inter-party affairs, the Geyser Abba Davis. Nobody wanna see us in school.
Thank you very much. These are revolutionary songs that inspire us. That's the reason you see the puppets from up Broad Street photocopy us. But they do not have what it takes to sing such beautiful, melodious, revolutionary songs in a very crafty and entertaining manner that evokes the spirit of our fallen martyrs and provides us the ammo to continue soldiering on. They do not have that. They lack that. They also do not have the educational credentials that this youth league brings to the fold. So the blindly argue that these are boys and girls who know nothing. But they are aware that people from this youth league are graduates of John Jay. People from this youth league are graduates of the University of Chicago. People from this youth league are providing leadership, student leadership at the world's #1 university, Oxford University. But you argue that this youth league is an uneducated youth league, a youth league of battle cries. Far contradiction. Today, just a single member of the youth league, not even a national leader of the youth league, has brought the entire unity party crumbling under his intellectual well-wisdom on social media. They do not have the capacity to withstand either the intellectual understanding of young men who have not had the opportunity to cross the Liberia Sierra border, the Liberia Guinea border. But today, they have taken the regime to the political quantum team to be slaughtered politically, intellectually. Just to name a few, the legs of Fulham Massacre, the legs of Alpha Gray, Cromwell, Tobacco Kojezi, Malfozu, just to name a few, Aaron Jill and the legs of other comrades. These are young men and women, including Christina Zoo and other people. These are young men and women that are still fetching from the fountain of intellectual growth within the ring of fire of the youth league. They are aspiring for upper leadership in the youth league. But yet still they have the capabilities and the quality to bring this regime on a better knee. And then you still question the abilities of the youth league, intellectually, educational wise, politically. You must be a joker. This is the biggest assembly of young people ever in the history. The biggest assembly of young people. The most sophisticated assembly of young people ever in the history of the Republic, the CDC Youth League. So we are not here to joke, we are here for serious business. The Youth League do not have play balls. I will pause that and move forward. For the single reason for which we are here today. This Youth League is the bulwark of consciousness, is the first line of defense of our party. To have a sitting vice president in an interview clearly laying out his plans and desecrating our presidency. Because President, we are served as president for 6 years. He is a former president. To describe him in the form and manner in which he was described, that is an insult to the presidency of the Republic. And it is an attack on our party and an attack on the Youth League. And also in our interview, KPAN Koung also clearly told us, for you in the media, perhaps you haven't seen or you haven't read through the lands. He clearly told us his plan for 2029. He spoke, I had to say he will determine who becomes president or who is elected as president in 2029. Those of you from the media, go back to that clip and take a careful review. And you will know, using your political your journalistic eye, to detect the plan of KPAN Koung. But he is up for a very important task, and this Youth League will take him on. That is why we have been trained for. And we are well prepared to do that. President, we will not engage you. We will engage you. We will bring an end to the presidential bill very soon. At this point, members of the Fourth Estate, fellow Liberians, citizens, those on the homeland and those in the diaspora, and now the official message provided at today's occasion. I'm here to pave the way for the messenger. So at this critical juncture, before I zoom in the official messenger for today's message, I want to recognize in extension the most powerful young man in the Republic of Liberia, the man who steers the affairs of the Youth League, Chairman Emmanuel Morba Johnson, alias Papanito. To say you are recognized. We certainly want to recognize the presence and extension of our dynamic Secretary General, the godfather of the Youth League, Jonathan Tamakul. And quickly, we want to recognize as well, in extension, the chairman of our party, the man who occupies the chairmanship of our party, Secretary General Emeritus and now Chairman Janga Augusto. And lastly, we want to recognize the presence of inevitably Liberia's next president, comes 2029. The political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, by extension the Coalition of Democratic Change, President George Manuel Weah. With that said, as for this message, is expected to be very much fiery and radical to the core. I'm honored, cadres, as I instruct you to block all of the entrances leading to this sacred Maurice Coleman Conference Hall. As I welcome on stage retired student leader, the reason why all tertiary public institutions are tuition free. The reason why you had to increase the number of buses under the presidency of George Manuel Weah. Now people are fighting war for war. Under Joseph Weka, under Manuel Weah, we have sufficient buses. Here's the reason why we have sufficient buses. Here's the reason why registration process went digital under George Manuel Weah. If you were on a vacation in Bowandile, you are remaining there, or you can remain there by now and play a process. Free yourself of the stress to come on your campus or mid-campus to get in long queues to have the registration completed. Here's the brain behind all of those successes on the campuses of the University of Liberia. Now you have to tired of student politics. The companies are there now have to take the baton and soldier on. He has transitioned to national politics. He currently serves as the national vice chair for operation and political education, enlightening the minds of the young comrades that today take it on the regime. I'm honored, comrades, to invite on this platform to deliver the Youth message that is expected to be very much fiery, radical, and very decisive. I'm honored to welcome on stage an adulon of political paratrooper, an intellectual paragon, an intellectual passion, the man who recently made the entire country with research on AR, JADI, all over. To know the definition of whether truly that a work or tabula rasa does exist. And to be told, the word does exist, and it was practically so using it right from context. I'm honored to invite on stage. Having seen we said, having seen we said,
CDC, viva! Viva! Jawia 2029, viva! Viva! Jabazeta Makochi, Jabazeta Makochi, viva! Viva! Janga Koko, Janga, viva! Viva, viva, viva Natana Falomage, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 viva Samuel Detroit Junior, viva! Viva! Viva, viva, viva Revolutionary National Youth League, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 viva tout le temps, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 viva tout le temps, viva! Viva! Down, 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 down to assassination attempt, down! Down! Down, 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 down to kidnapping our president. Down. Down. Down, 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 down to assassination attempt. Down. Down, down, down to political kidnapping. Down. Down, 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 down to reckless utterances. Down. Down, down, down to the arrogance and rudeness. Down. Down, down, down to total disrespect against the president. Down. Down, 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 down to backwardness. Down. Amanda. Thank you, comrades. Distinguished members of the Folk Estate. Allow me to appreciate the National Fashion for Interparty Affairs. I can remember your days when you were in the late middle high school. You are now only debating, but you were the replica of that federal guard, the father of mathematics. That's true. And it is not by historical accident that you are now serving in what is construed as the mitochondria of youth leagues in the political atmosphere of our contemporary political dispensation, particularly playing a role as vice chair of Interparty Affairs. And that's why people like you will continue to remain at the barricades for ideas, because ideas are not just mere luxury, they are weapons and materials to advance the popular people's struggle. And so when we saw some misplants and historical digital fleets masquerading on the social media, reckless, just beating, engaging to arrogance or pomposity. Then we ask some of our police, do these elements really know us? Have they really taken the time to follow our politics, where we've come in history and where we are and where we tend to go for the people's movement? But again, we don't blame them because some of these elements are uncircumcised in Latin barbarians or Philistines, uncircumcised Philistines. So these uncircumcised political Philistines and unenlightened barbarians will see them parading. We do not respond to them. We go after their slave masters. And so we want to say clearly, members of the Folk Estate, fellow partisans, home and abroad, the Youth League want to declare Mr. Jeremiah Koung. He doesn't even want to be called a vice president anymore. From today's onward, we call him Mr. Koung, Mr. Jeremiah Koung. We declare him as a persona non grata. Yo, persona non grata, yo. declared as persona non grata a political government boom. And so we said to Nelson Kung, it is us versus you. It is us versus you. Few days ago, you made a reckless utterance, entrenched with political bad blood and bitterness about one of Liberia's funniest sons, most patriotic presidents, a man whose history is an epitome of the form of democracy that we admire and cherish. Very well. How dare you, Mr. Kung, referring to a former head of state, a former commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia, a man who presides over the biggest democratic barometer, the largest mass-based opposition political movement in the country, that has a dangerous appeal to 1.4 million people across Liberia and the diaspora. A man who commands the forces, democratic forces, progressive forces. How dare you call him a common citizen? We from the Youth League, the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, we see it as a verbal accident of nomenclature. And so it's an accident of nomenclature. And now with that, but we calculate their statement from two contexts. One is that the Youth League, moving from now on, believe that your statement categorizing the former president and the political leader of our country, of our party, has a motive. One motive. Is the attack, planned attack, to assassinate, to harm, and to take away his life. When you call a former head of state a commander-in-chief, when you call a man who presides over the biggest democratic constituency in our contemporary politics, a common man. Who is a common man? In definition and in context, a common man is a man that has no security. A common man is a man that is vulnerable to every verse or to all verses. A common man is a man that has no state protection. A common man is a man whose freedom of speech and freedom of movement is not guaranteed by the government and the power that be. And so what are the consequences? The consequences is death, harassment. The consequences is tantamount to political question, political attack. And so the statement made by BB or Mr. Kung politically threatens the person of the political leader of the Interminable Military Congress for Democracy. So, and so we see it as a threat on his life. Because you declare to your supporters, dangerous supporters, that the former president of the country is a common man. We might not know the next day what will happen to the common man if he goes to Gibraltar, PSP, Invisible Back, Jamaica Resort, Riyadh. What will happen to this common man if a powerful man who presides over state resources gets us? A man who presides over the Liberian Senate will declare a former president common man. We don't know. That's what go all young people across the 17 electoral districts and the 15 sub-political divisions of Liberia to politically get activated and reactivated and calibrated and recalibrated. We ask you that you will begin to riot and rise. You will begin to rise and rally. Wherever you see the political leader of our institution, all citizens, all young people, you are under the inherent revolutionary mandate to protect this common man.
Your Barbara Brigade to protect President. We are your Barbara Brigade at your.
You must protect this man. The next point is that statement is not only against or doesn't only threaten the life of the former president and the political leader of our party. That statement also is being construed as a diabolical master plan of the despot and desperado Kung to wreck election 2029. They intend and they have discussed that the only blockade to the selfish political and parochial interest of 2029 is President George Manawia. So because we cannot get it out, we should declare him former man. And because politically we do not have the democratic record and credential to resist and stop him, therefore 2029 a common man cannot go into the race with very powerful people with all the weapons and securities, the ammunition. So the intent is to wreck elections 2029. But let me say this for you. You can fool all of the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all of the time. But you can now fool all of the people all of the time. 2029 will be a democratic takeover by the Interminable Military Congress for Democratic Change. It's not negotiable. Concentrate on the bread and butter issues in the country. The economy, the exchange rates, the prices of essential goods and commodities in the country. The people are declining into health, the economic paralysis, health workers issues, teachers, motorcyclists, young boys, marketeers. The budget does not even represent the aspirations of the masses of our people. Contemplate on that. If you dare challenge the CDC in 2029, the CDC can assure you that the party will take a revolutionary stance in 2029 and reclaim the democratic credential of the country.
Focus on the brand, what issue and lead president, we are to say rescue the people and lead president, we are to say
and so we say it is a verbal diarrhea from Mr. Kung. Verbal diarrhea from Mr. Kung. Verbal what? Diarrhea. So verbal diarrhea. Call President Weah common man. The last time you call civil servants common people, you took them away from their jobs. We are convinced about that. The last time you called 500 EPA personnel common people, you arbitrarily dismissed them. The last time you called people with legitimate tenure positions, you took them away. The last time you called a speaker, a democratically legitimate elected speaker of the 55th National Legislature, you went in his office and walked around the place. A plan coup against his legitimacy. So we do not take this one. You can temper around so many things in the country, but the bus stop is engaged into a reckless political bravado to somebody who command forces, progressive forces, to somebody who abuse, to millions of people supporters across the country. And so there will be a rude awakening of the youth league against that statement, a democratic rude awakening of the youth league. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and members of the full estate, we want to also inform the Liberian populace that as of next month, according to what we have at our disposal, in our possession, the government of Liberia is about to cancel the free tuition and free wash policy. If that happens, there will be spontaneous resistance and pockets of protest across the country. The government will experience the biggest political catastrophe for the youth student movement in this country. Education is a fundamental right, it's not a privilege. Enshrined will be in the 1986 Constitution, particularly Article 6 and Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Clearly speak to education being a fundamental human right. For Mr. Bakai, to attempt with an incompetent and puppet final minister that because the only justification that users were withdrawing so they cannot handle the issue of free tuition is a dangerous path, bad dangerous path that Mr. Gafuan with the youth league of the CDC, the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indelible Mountain Congress for Democratic Change.
Down, President Gafuan, down. Down, President Gafuan, down.
We challenge the voodoo economists and the Liberian finance minister. We challenge the unit challenge and busting by Gafuan to cancel free tuition and put out of debt with the students from Tubman High, Gibson, private universities, public universities. We challenge you. The students will come out in a march and they will call for a democratic action that will now be in favor of Mr. Gafuan and his puppet of a president who is presiding over the country by historical accident, Mr. Bakai. So we want to say clearly that we disagree fundamentally, we categorically reject the information about the decision to cancel free tuition and wash policy next month. And we're calling on Mr. Liberia that when you go to announce next month Thursday, Indica's press briefing to decision is an affront against, call it off. It's not possible. Do not take away and cancel free tuition and work policies. The 12 girls are listening to you. The students of the University of Liberia are listening to you. Cut this off. Cut it off. Do not dare to challenge the youth to cancel the free tuition and work policies.
Yo, you tell people, I think you tell them, I say to them, yo.
Benya, do not tell that friend situation. Benya. In conclusion, we said categorically that no one is against regulating motorcyclists. But we also categorically disagree with the decision of the government to ban motorcyclists from plying major streets in Central Monrovia, the economic zone or the political capital, but the market forces have to interact and the peoples have to survive when the socio-economic condition of their children, of their brethren, of their families and their relatives is sheltered upon them. How dare you ask the people to pay $250 US and they pay? You ask them to buy helmets and they buy helmets. You ask them to provide you insurance and they pay that. Lesson, double lesson. And they comply. And you say because of an isolated instance, crime has become transferable under the reckless police director. Oh, we say it's a tabula rasa. We remember what we said. Because the mind of the brother is like a child. He doesn't understand the fundamentals, the modus vivendi and the modus operandi of law enforcement. Manda! And so we say, hands off motorcyclists. Hands off motorcyclists. The courageous and determined motorcyclist movement. We say to you, thank you. You have lost 2 protests. The different civil society movements are now on their way to join you. The protests have stages, have phases. The battle stage, the contested stage, and the liberation stage. You are getting there.
People still need to swap as a people still need to let say
And so you not only disenfranchising the motorcyclists, the market women who go to market in Douala and Red Light, you asking them to walk by line. You asking students who go to school, you asking them in a uniform to parade the sun. That's what you're doing to them. You asking bureaucrats who go to Central Monrovia, to struggle to go to town. When you have a very, very reckless president who takes private jet and fly, and you do not want to get sympathy in the motorbike, but you gave a man private jet to go to Foya. You gave a man private jet to go to Foya, and you deny the people's children, the people's mother, for simple motorbike. Simple motorbike. This is backward. Backward. Public policy, decision, pronouncement must take into consideration 3 things. The economic means, the condition of the people. The social condition of the people. And the security implication of the society. What is the alternative? The people should not run back. Where is the alternative? Where is the alternative? Yeah. But the people children in the communities, and later on you stereotype them, you say they're armed robbers. But the only means for survival, you relegate them before their children. They take their bread from the hands. You relegate them before their children. You embarrass them, they cannot pay school fees. They cannot pay rent, hospital bill. And you talk about we are doing it to save lives. Save one life. The police has taken more lives. They saving lives in this country. 217 deaths. and more. And so we said clearly, Congress, we want to conclude by saying to you that the verbal altercation and utterance, the UBC sees it as an attack on the political leader, an attack on the party. And Mr. Koung will understand that the property of the masses is President Weah. And we implore you to remain vigilant and ask the president to increase the security guard around him moving forward. And ask young people to become very protected of the president moving forward. And so, Congress, these are the positions, 3 cardinal positions of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress of Democratic.
So, members of the Pope Estate, you listen very keenly as having we said deliver the position of the youth league. So we want to entertain at most 3 questions. At most 3 questions. Raise your hand when you are recognized. You state your name and your institution that you work for. And then you ask your question in the confinement of the issues that were presented to you. So we saw the hand come up with the conversation.
Yes, I'm Samuel Johnson. I report for UFM and UTV. Yeah, the chairman talked about, I think, 200 and something plus deaths, just in between 17 deaths, just in between the time President Bouaké took over. And I wanted to know exactly where he has been gathering his figure from. Yeah, so can he please just tell us where he's been gathering his figure from?
All right. Yeah. Do that again.
So good afternoon. My name is Christopher Bestman, and I report for Voice of Liberia. With the consistency of the Revolution National Youth League of CDC, by extension CDC Mahmoud, and one of the biggest opposition parties, we have been consistently advocating and activating for political justice, social change, and economic reforms and so forth when it comes to the youthful community and the entire country at large. Now, my concern have been drawn to the issue of the indefinite ban that have been imposed on motorcyclists. Again, like I said, with your consistent advocacy, what is it that the government doesn't look directly into your flag? Because this is the second time you are calling on the government. In recent days, there are some political figures and high-profile government officials who have been emphasizing more on the no-go zone. Again, the Youth League is emphasizing on this particular motorcycle issue that the government should uplift the ban, so that a motorcycle can plow the street, and as it relates to accessible transportation and stuff like that. We know that even though it's causing serious impact on the Liberian people. So why is it that the Revolution National Youth League of the CDC consistently advocating for the Liberian people, and yet we are saying no change?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm actually born to vote for the So basically 3%. One has to do with if you talk about the past president, Jeremiah Parkley, referring to stand-up hero George Weah. some non-citizens talking about, it's 30 months to assassination. What really are you trying to portray? For the fact that of their statement can be used as a means of assassination. And secondly, my question has to do with the motorcyclists. Your operations or direct request to the government that you should not do this, as if they are seeking policy or agreement from you as an opposition. Is it an appeal or you are mandating the government of Liberia to stop the ban on motorcycles?
Thank you.
So let me begin with the last question. At no point in time did I ever say that Mr. Kung said that President Weah is a non-Liberian citizen. As a journalist, I want to no, he said non-citizen. As a journalist, I implore you to listen, and so that you cannot continue to misconstrue people on your platform. I said, please, it's not a dialogue. Man, God.
Actually, I think you asked a question. You made a mistake. He said, the man said non-citizen. So if it's a mistake, fine. But that was what he said. Yeah, so it's not a dialogue.
And so we said, the UB categorically said that you cannot call a former head of state, the former commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia, a former senator, a political leader of the largest democratic party, opposition party in the country, as a common citizen. And now that, when the powerful man in the case of Mr. Kung speaks, giving his history, the recent past history, when he speaks in that condition, you said there are two implications. One is a direct threat on the life of the political leader of the Indemnity Market Congress of Democratic. What I say is better stew as they plan to break election 2029. We very unapologetic about that, Mr. Journalist. That is our position. It's unequivocal. The next question. We said in our press statement, in our position, that we stand with motorcyclists. We stand with motorcyclists. And we maintain and we must let the ban. And you said, why is it? You saw, the youth league as an institution, a revolutionary body, institution in this country. We now have to go on the street. The material conditions, the appalling condition, the poverty, the misery, the anarchy, the bloodletting, the beating of motorcycles, the arrest, and the imprisonment of motorcycles, those are conditions, the hardship of the country. Do not wait yet. We said that you struggle around three stages: the battle stage, the contested stage, the liberation stage. Wait for the Jubilee. It's us versus them. So we say, henceforth motorcyclists, that's what we said. We said, release the over 700 bags in your possession. That we said. We said 3 motorcyclists were killed as the consequence of the reckless action of the police. And Mr. Very Common is reprehensible for the death and unprecedented demands of these Liberian citizens who are doing motorcycling for survival. That's what we said. That's our position. Well, we protest them now. We told you that the struggle has stages. The first stage, 2 times the motorcyclists went out. The youth people is beginning to have conversation. Moving forward, we're going to have conversation with people in the community to ask them about how they feel about the condition. But that government has put them through. as there's the real time that the youth will come out. So it's not here to pronounce. We are not here because the regime has already self-destroyed. There's nothing, there's a skeleton system, no government. Baka is not in control, he's not in charge of himself. You know that very well. So let's take the last question. The last question.
Three questions. The last question about the 217 there.
That's what we will share that you really have links. We got facts, not in just facts. We got direct evidence, we got empirical facts. We'll share that with you. You in this country as a journalist, I don't want you to take a partisan position. If I will underestimate that number is understated. The death in this country, the ministerial death, the extrajudicial deaths and killed in this country are enormous. Every day people dying. If you are not dying from fire, they are dying from police brutality and the shooting of people like citizens. And we have the evidence in our domain. So don't ask me if I will not say that. When we say this to you, the Jubilee is ecclesiastical. Everything has time.
I also want to say thank you so much for watching this, the LB Online TV. We are coming to you live from the CDC the intellectual militants. Holds a major press conference that is speaking on three cardinal issues pertaining to the government in Liberia. So thank you ever so much. Thank you.